Farther along, we'll know all about it. Farther along, we'll understand why. Cheer up, my brother, live in the sunshine. We'll understand it all by and by. Hey there, everybody. Happy Sunday morning, the 17th of January. I do hope you're well. Welcome to Take 5 with GPS. Delighted to spend some time with you together today in song, receiving inspiration from each other, and expressing gratitude for all that is good in the world. Greetings to my friend Mike there. Good to hear from you, Mike. Hope you're doing well. Still thinking about you and your family in your time of difficulty right now at the loss of a loved one. Friends, as the tradition here on Take 5, we all say hello to each other. We sign in. We really are a family here. That we are separated by the technology, but for some 294 days in a row now, I believe, is what the count is, everybody. We've been singing together around 9 a.m. Central Time just to remind each other of the good things that we find in community together. I'm really excited to be with you this morning on a special day, a special weekend. We all note that this is the weekend that we honor the life and the legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Many of you know that I grew up in Georgia, about 90 miles from Atlanta. And when I was an adult, I kept moving closer and closer to the city. The last place I lived in Georgia, or worked in Georgia rather, was in Atlanta, in Midtown, not too far from where Reverend Dr. King served, the Ebenezer Baptist Church there. And I got to see that up close and personal and visit his memorial site many, many times there. And Dr. King was always a source of inspiration for me growing up as a young black man in Georgia, but became even more of an inspiration as I got to know more about him, visiting and reading more about the things that he had done and the way that he led so fearlessly. So today's episode is going to flow a little differently. We're going to breathe and receive our inspiration and do a little bit of warming up. And then I'm going to take you through kind of a medley of songs interspersed with some of Dr. King's thoughts to help guide us through this weekend, to give us all the encouragement that we need to know that we are the agents of change. We are the ones that we've been waiting for, as June Jordan says, the activist from South Africa. We are the ones who can make the difference to make this a more loving world. So check out how you're doing this morning, how you are sitting, how your body is feeling. As you do that, I want to encourage you to breathe in through your nose. Exhale it out. Mindfulness is so important during this time that we are mindful, taking little moments. Quiet, still moments to get in touch with our bodies, to equalize our emotions, and to get that blood flowing. Would you reach up? Nice stretch, palms up to the sky. Exhale it out audibly with a nice sigh. Open up as we normally do here. Give yourself a nice hug, breathing in and out there. Roll your shoulders back 3 or 4 times and forwards 3 or 4 times. And here we go. Just a couple of light warm-ups there just to make sure your voices are working before we sing together. Let's do a little trill. Here we go. One more. Let's start right there, really low range. We're going to move our way up there and sing. No, 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 no. Two more. No, 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 no. what a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, what a beautiful day. Last one. Oh, what a beautiful day. All right, let's do this. Nancy, I'm looking forward to it as well. So we're going to start with a song that you know well. We've used it a couple of times here on Take 5. Behold how good and how pleasant it is for people to dwell in unity. You know this one, friends. Behold how good and how pleasant it is for people to dwell together in unity. Behold how good and how pleasant it is for people to dwell together in unity. One more time there. Behold how good and how pleasant it is for people to dwell together in unity. Behold how good and how pleasant it is for people to dwell together in unity. Unity, unity. Lord, we pray for unity, unity, unity. Lord, we pray for unity. What Dr. King says about unity is that we must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. One who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. There is some good in the worst of us and some evil in the best of us. When we discover this, we are less prone to hate our enemies. And so when I think of the song Unity, it's not that Pollyanna sense of we're all going to be best friends and we're all going to get along, every day, every minute. To me, it is more profound, that sense of unity, that acknowledgement that we are all human beings, as Dr. King says, inextricably bound up in each other's existence. As Paul Wellstone said, the former governor of Minnesota, we all do better when we all do better. And so this unity to me is bound up in this sense of there's a lot of things that the sunshine's going to come out at the end. And sometimes we're going to understand it better a little later after we get through where we are and look back and unpack things. And there's a song in the Black church tradition that talks about it. The words are, farther along we'll know all about it. Farther along we'll understand why. Cheer up, don't worry. Live in the sunshine. We'll understand it all by and by. And I think Dr. King and John Lewis and the civil rights leaders, those of that time period, understood that they were working for something that was going to be revealed after they were gone. They were leaving a legacy for us, working hard. So here's what this refrain sounds like. I sang it coming in. It's real simple. You'll catch it here. Farther along, we'll know all about it. Farther along, we'll understand why. Cheer up, don't worry, live in the sunshine. We'll understand it all by and by. Sing that with me. Farther along, we'll know all about it. Farther along, we'll to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless midnight of racism and war that the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood can never become a reality. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word. And to this, I think about those civil rights leaders who saw their names being dragged in the mud for fighting for justice. They were made out to be villains, to be selfish people trying to disrupt and uproot a certain way of life, when in reality they were just fighting for their very lives and their very existence. And we have a song in the tradition that's very simple, born out of the Negro spiritual, that goes like this. I've been buked and I've been scorned. I've been buked and I've been scorned. Children, I've been buked and I've been scorned. I've been talked about, shows you born. You may recognize that. There is trouble all over this world. There is trouble all over this world. Children, there is trouble all over this world. There is trouble all over this world. But you know what? We're not gonna give in. Ain't going to lay my religion down. I ain't going to lay my religion down. Children, ain't going to lay my religion down. Ain't going to lay my religion down. No matter what they say about me, I'm not going to lay my religion down. The faith, the principles, the values that we trust and that we live into. Because you know what? Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. So friends, I hope you'll join me again tomorrow when we'll talk about overcoming someday and leaning into that song. And today, I want you to know that at 3 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, not Daylight Time, you can click this link here, go to the University of Minnesota Office for Equity and Diversity YouTube channel or Facebook page. If you just type in that z.umn.edu/MLK21, it'll give you a link there. And I'm hosting a special tribute concert, an hour long, of friends here in the Twin Cities, words, music, inspiration, celebrating the life and legacy of Dr. King through John Lewis's vision of a more excellent way. Friends, be well. Have a wonderful Sunday. Thanks for singing with me, a little bit of a longer edition today. And I do look forward to being with you again very, very, very soon. Bye now. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday.